And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I introduce to you our Ed Cauchosa ISD Board President to share a few comments. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Victor Hugo de la Cruz.
All my friends know the low rider. The low rider is a little higher.
All right. Wow. I told Mr. Hassel right now he's not the only one with a motivational song. Got mine too. What a wonderful, wonderful thing to see that everything that we've started 4 years ago has been getting better every year, and this day, the first day of school when you all come back, has gotten a lot better. I mean, I see the motivation, I see the passion. And it's so important to consider all these things because these things are important to our students. They're important to our families in the district. That's why we do it. And this morning, I'd like to briefly just ask you to look at yourself and look at the power of your why. Because if we concentrate on ourselves, we wake up in the morning and we might not be at 100%, but when we have a why, we go all out. Give you an example. In the morning when you want to wake up and you hit that snooze button and you're like, oh man, here we go again, another day, I'm going to hit the snooze button. And you hit it 2 or 3 times. By the time you know it, it's 30 minutes and you're already going to get dressed and you're late and you come to work. And then when you come to work, you don't have the energy. And like Dr. Rivera mentioned, as he's walking the hallways and he sees las carotas, he says to himself, okay, what are we doing for that one day? And I'm going to tell you, it's so important. I keep on saying it. This year for me has been a very, very difficult and tough year. It has been. It's been a difficult year because this year I lost my why. My why left me. My why that I had for 18 years chose to serve his country, chose to serve our country. Many years ago, when I was left with the responsibility of raising my son by myself, I could have turned around and I could have just said, how am I going to do this? How? I could have looked at the how and I could have placed that importance in the how. But I chose the why. Because Kyle was my why. Kyle was the reason that I woke up every morning and I went to work, because I knew that there was somebody depending on me. I knew that there was somebody that needed for me to be strong. Whatever the case was, whatever I was going through at that point in time, I didn't have time for it. I did not have time for it. I had to forget about the how. I had to forget about how I was going to bring food to the table, or how I was going to pay the bills by myself. I had to forget about all the things that had happened to me. Why? Because I had my why. Because I found the power of my why. When you find the power of your why is when you can start doing things with passion. All of y'all have a beautiful, beautiful trait that you do. You have this knowledge that you can share with these children on a daily basis. Every year, especially this year, I had a young man walk up to me. After graduation, he walked up to me and said, Mr. De La Cruz, I was going to leave school. I was going to quit school. I met you at a speech that you did. You were the keynote speaker at our truancy event that we had. And when you started talking about the why, and when you started talking about your son and what you went through, when you started talking about how you had it really tough, that inspired me, Mr. De La Cruz. And I want to tell you that I was I changed my life. I went back to school. I went to the option school. I graduated. And here I am getting my diploma. That is why we do it. I can tell you one thing, and I can see it. I can feel it. I can feel that the energy in this room is gonna go after today. You're gonna take that back, and you're gonna start a year. But there is gonna be a day where you're gonna hit that snooze button. There is gonna be a day where things are gonna get tough. And all I'm gonna ask you today is just remember the power of your why. Thank you.